Hey y'all, bear with me on this video. This will be the longest video of the series, but this is basically going to be the starting point to when you have your first, consultation, you have your measurements, and you're ready to do a design for the customer. And we're going to break it down and try to go over a little bit of everything. There'll be a lot more custom stuff on smaller videos. This is kind of just a background of how to do this. So the first step of doing this is we're going to open up Live Storage. This is going to be the software that we design all of our 3D CAD, our CAD system inside of here. Basically, what you're going to do is the very first important, thing for us, and the first thing to do on every design is to always go up here to Settings, Edit Sales Scheme, and you're always going to click this drop down and make sure Gorgeous Garage, and you're going to make sure these numbers are 1.08. You're going to hear me say that a lot because when you go to order a job, you have to save that as 0.90. So obviously, if we forget to change that, the customer gets an insane discount. So make sure that 1.08, that's the number we're currently at. It might change over time, but okay. Now you have a blank slate. You're in here, you're ready to do it, so you need to give this file a name. You're going to go to File, you're going to go to Save As, and you're going to you're going to go to the Dropbox. You're going to go to your name, what city you're in. So I'm just going to do Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta currently, and my new folder is Ben Johnson. So I'm going to go Johnson underscore Ben. And I am going to open this, and this is going to create a live storage file. So I'm going to do Johnson, all capital, garage, design, save. The reason I do that is sometimes live storage does have some problems, and later, you'll be in the middle of a design and it'll back out and it won't let you open that. So occasionally I'll just click this little save button as I'm going. But there's a lot you can do. The next thing you can do is click this, and you're going to change this to Garage 1. This is where you can change your canvas size. So most garages are always going to be bigger than 15 feet depth. I don't know why they start off with that. Like a two-stall, I always start off with like a 30 by 30. You'll get the hang of doing this. In this screen right here, you will, if you're doing it like a just a standard box or a square rectangle garage, you will click the garage logo up here. You can fill out the dimensions of the garage. So let's just say, for instance, these were 225, 285, and the ceilings were 10 feet tall. You can actually change the garage name down there too. Boom. Now, I don't like how it has all the extra space right here, so I'll go up here. I'll go to Room. I'll go to Edit Room, and I'll go to 20 by 25. I literally just copied the lowest number that they give me, and you can see it made the perfect square. Now that's if you're doing an easy, garage like that, easy to draw. Also, if you screw the numbers up, you can always move the walls and stuff like that. But I'm actually gonna get back to the blank canvas. I want to show you the other way of doing it is if your garage is not, perfectly square, or it could be a three-stall tandem, something like that. I got my blank canvas. I got my wall. I'm gonna click. I'm gonna go. Up here you have Design, View, Parts List. This is where you're gonna find everything you do at. I'm gonna be in Design. Draw your own room. You have doors. You have windows. This is where you draw everything on there. But I'm gonna click my walls. My ceiling is 120 inches, so my walls, I'm gonna change that. I'll leave everything else the same. And now I have the ability to draw this garage. I'm gonna do 220 inches. I always go left to right. For some reason, when you go right to left, it messes with the measurements. You can see it like I did that 116 and it showed it as 120. It's not showing the inside of the wall until I do the next wall. So you'll see boom. And let's just say, for instance, this wall was supposed to be 120 and I accidentally clicked 123. It's all right. So look, I'm gonna finish it off. I'm gonna go back. I want to shorten this wall to 120. So I'd click this wall and I can shorten that. Boom. So there we go. Actually, I want to be 120. I don't know why it's doing that. Hold control. Control gives you a little bit more control over it. Boom. So now I'm not centered. So what I'll do first is I'll go to Room, Shift Room Contents, just press OK. It automatically centers it. Same thing. We're going to go back up to Room, Edit Room, and we're going to just copy the numbers it tells you to put. 21 by 19. Boom. Here's where you can add in doors. You can always get the measurements of doors. Let's say this door was 108. I know I have 36 inches to this side and 45. You can After you click the door, you can open and change the doors. You can change if you want them open, closed, all that kind of stuff. So now I'm just going to show you a basic little design real quick. Down here, you'll notice that when you click view, this is where you're going to change everything. But we're doing design right now, so we're going to do design. The first thing I do for my design, I don't like the black floor, even if they're not doing a floor. I'll click design, gorgeous garage. I will do a flooring menu, and I'll just add a floor coating just to give it something where it looks a little bit better to me. Next, we're going to do home. We're going to do gorgeous garage, and now we're designing cabinets, monkey bar, slat wall. This is where you find everything under gorgeous garage, what we do. Down here is your garage. Down here is kind of the canvas that you're drawing on. So for instance, I'm going to be on the back wall. Make sure you don't click the outside of this wall, because you'll notice you'll start designing there, and all of a sudden the cabinets will be out there, and you wasted all that time. So click the inside of the wall. This customer wants a tall cabinet. This is where you can change all your different options for the tall cabinets: blind front, divider in the cabinet if you want a divider to go all the way down, single door cabinet if you're doing like a 24 or an 18. But I'm doing a full wide 48 by 91 by 24 with 4 shelves, no legs. That's where you can add legs. I'm gonna do a cabinet, and then they are doing a 5-foot workbench. Actually, they're doing a 4-foot workbench, so 24 by 24. You can change the drawer selection. They want a B8 and a B9. Countertop, look, it's always going to be a standard 26. These are 24 depth, so that's perfect. But if you did like if you change these to 20 inches, you would want to change the countertop to 22. You always got to make sure you change that. When I have a countertop like this, I do like to keep the auto overhang. You'll notice they overhang at 2 inches. So a 48-inch countertop is now 50 inches. But if you all of a sudden you don't like that, or you want to take away, you can click on it, hold control, and you can literally drag and change that countertop. So I got my countertop, I got my work area, and now I'm going to do the upper cabinet. So here's the upper cabinets. I do a 48 just so it matches up with both these. Obviously, if you do a 5-foot countertop, you got to do 2 30-inch uppers. I changed this to 16. I do 1 shelf, and you can see that's what I do for a standard 91-inch cabinet. That's right about eye height right there, recessed so they don't hit their heads. If they're doing slat wall, this is all still under Gorgeous Garage. You can see you can click slat wall. You can change to 48 inches. Boom, I'm gonna put my first one right at the countertop. Second one right there. Third, man, I actually overhang this. You can technically, if you ever get to the point where you want to slat wall, you can do a couple things. You can click that arrow and you can actually make it a 9-inch piece, or you can move that. It hides it behind a cabinet, but if you're ever trying to line it up straight and there's just another piece of slat wall, you can hold control and you can actually place that wherever you want. So you'll notice I'm going to put this literally exactly right below the countertop now, or the upper workbench. So boom, it's fit. There's my workbench, my recessed cabinets. But in that same